Hi everyone, my name's Jo Bryan. I'm joined by my colleague Oliver Bussell. We're in the commercial property team at Bricks & Kay. Today we're going to be looking at how the current COVID pandemic is impacting agreements already in place between developers and landowners, in particular Section 106 agreements. Over to you, Oliver.
Thanks, Jo. Well, yeah, the really schismatic events of the last couple of months have changed things for all of us, I suppose, but that's no different for developers and landowners who see Section 106 agreements that burden their land and that run with their land having maybe a disproportionately adverse effect on the viability of that land and those build projects. And so they may well be interested, and many of our clients are interested in varying those Section 106 agreements. Where a Section 106 agreement is less than 5 years old, it is only possible to vary it with the agreement of the local planning authority, and it's after 5 years that the landowner gets the right to appeal up to the Secretary of State. So that may seem to weaken the hand of a developer if they're wanting to renegotiate a relatively recent Section 106 agreement. But I think we know that local authorities obviously have their own housing numbers to consider, and they are going to want to see development pick up as soon as possible. And so there may well be constructive conversations to be had and agreements for variations to be reached. I guess there's a distinction to be drawn for developers between entirely renegotiating a 106 agreement whereby the quantum of the contributions is reduced, which may be a very involved and controversial process, a slow and uncertain one, versus reprofiling the timing of those payment obligations so that they take place at a later stage in development, or even on anniversaries of the occupation of units, let's say. So I think my tip, my advice would always be to approach the professionals as early on as possible and to get those dialogues going, especially with the local planning authorities, and agreeing a constructive way forward in everybody's mutual interest.
Thanks, Oliver, and thanks to everyone for listening. Please keep an eye out for the next edition.